Hello and welcome to the dining table in my parents' house. Yes, I'm still here. They're gone for the weekend. They will be home again tomorrow. So I have some finishing touches to make happen here. Oh, if you're new, welcome. My name is Kjersti. If you're returning, welcome back. It's so nice to have you here. And if you want to see me do the whole puzzle here, because I obviously did a lot without showing you, I will link a full video of me doing this puzzle down. Actually, I'm gonna link a playlist because this puzzle has its own little story, so to speak. For instance, there is a reason I'm doing it this slightly weird way. It's called a border crisis. It was a big thing for a little bit there. So I'll link the playlist down in the description thingy if you're curious about what border crisis is in this case. I am, as I just said, still at my parents'. Been living here for 2.5 months now. We're all still alive. Mostly, I mean, no one has gone and killed each other yet. But I really do need to get out of here because this is not working for me. I think it's starting to kind of work for my parents, which I mean, we're all in agreement that I need to get out. Don't get me wrong. But I think they're also starting to get used to me being here, which in one way, it's fine. In another way, I don't seem to be able to get used to it. So, you know, that's the thing. It's always a lot of things. Then again, when isn't there? I mean, we all have our things. And I mean, in a way, this is such a privileged problem to have. It's like, oh no, I have to stay at my parents' and I'm not crazy about it. Well, at least I have somewhere to stay. And I'm very, very grateful that I have somewhere to stay. It's just, I want to be here with my parents. I feel like I'm old enough now to not have to live with my parents, you know? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to live with my parents. And I know they don't want me to live with them either, so we're all in agreement. But we're all also still alive. Very grateful for that. So, yeah, it's that in itself is a thing, I guess you could say. So I'm doing my puzzle when they're out of the house. That's how I do puzzles these days. That's how I can make you puzzle videos. Or me, you know, that. Am I making them for you? Kind of? Am I using them as an excuse to make videos and not work on my school? Kind of? I mean, it's not that I don't want to work on school things. Because I do study, and I have a paper due next week, which I am very much not done with. I have mentioned that paper before, and no, I'm still not done with it. I will have to get there, you know, like soon, because it is due. So that's his own little thing. My brain was starting to not work properly when it comes to like thinking about school and trying to figure things out. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I will obviously finish the paper in time and turn it in and keeping my fingers crossed that it'll be approved, because if that paper is not approved, I will not be allowed to do my exam and, you know, to be able to continue and all and do my studies. I have to be allowed to do my exam. So that's the whole thing there. But it'll be fine. I don't know what I'm doing, but it will be fine. I hope. And in the meantime, instead of freaking out about school, which, who am I kidding? I'm totally freaking out about school, but I decided to do it in a way where I make a video and do a puzzle and, you know, oh no, I think they're starting up again. My neighbor, or in this case, I'd like to call it my parents' neighbor. I don't know how much I'll be able to talk to you guys today because my parents, no, not my parents, my parents' neighbor, I mean, it's Sunday, which is a day where most people have off work. It's great. My neighbor is also clearly not at work. They're at home playing music, and it's loud. It's like really loud. It's cold enough that I will not have like windows and doors open. Everything is closed, but I can still hear my neighbor's music, and it's loud. So I opened the door just to see how loud it was, and yeah, it was loud. And I mean, it's Sunday, midday on a Sunday, so yeah, that, I don't know, I'm not a religious person, but I still think there's something to it to, you know, keep at least one day a week, and since I grew up with it, Sunday, to have that be more like a quiet day. A day where you don't run your lawnmower and stuff like that. And then, apparently, we have my neighbor playing music for the whole freaking neighborhood. And I'm just like, what is going on? It's Sunday. And in a way, it's like, it don't matter, but at the same time, I can feel it. It just feels wrong. I can't explain it, and I'm not saying that it is, but it feels wrong because I'm so used to that. On Sunday, you keep it quiet, you know? Well, like, you have to be super quiet all the time, but yeah, that it's something about the respect, and also I think we need some quiet around every once in a while. And if we can all agree that Sunday is more of a quiet day, I would appreciate that. And it's not like me filming this video is a hindrance of that, because, well, I'm inside. No windows are open. No one can hear me. Or see me, for that matter, filming this video. So I'm not disturbing anyone doing this. But like, seriously, playing music for the whole neighborhood on a Sunday? Well, so if I all of a sudden stop talking and play you guys music instead in this video, it's because my neighbor's music is so loud. And you don't really like it when you put music there. I don't know how to explain it. But I had Christmas music in the background once, and I didn't realize my camera was picking up on it. And something like, I don't know how to explain it. But my YouTube video that I tried to upload with the apparent background music that I didn't even hear, it didn't like it. So I'm just like, okay, never mind, I'm scrapping that. So I'm trying to be mindful so that won't happen again. But, you know, it's live and learn, huh? Live and learn. Or maybe not. Depends on how I see it. I, at least, did not hear the music, but my camera picked up on it. So I guess I have a good camera for that, at least. Not sure if I was all that happy about it, but it's what happened. So, yeah, I'm still looking for a house, obviously. I'm like continuously looking for a house. Keep not finding anything. I keep reading so much, and it just, because I have to read all these reports, and they're not really, I don't feel like the reports are going my way. But, eventually, at some point, it'll get there. I'll find it. Fingers crossed, it happens soon. So you don't have to, hear me complain about it anymore. But at the same time, I'm sure I can find something new to complain about. I've come to realize that is part of what I do on this channel. I complain. And at least some people seem to enjoy it. Not necessarily the complaining, but at least me doing a puzzle while I'm complaining. So, you win some, you lose some, or something. I don't know. Point is, or is there even a point? I don't know. Right now the point is I'm doing a puzzle, and I'm very much enjoying it. But that is what I usually do with puzzles. I enjoy them. And I said I have done this puzzle before, which is kind of great, and I really like it. It was a Christmas present, and I'm enjoying it. And was it last year, I think? I think so, maybe. No, I'm not sure. Or was it the year before? I mean, time is fleeting and fast, so I don't honestly fully remember. But I got it for Christmas, a year or two ago. And now we're coming up on a new Christmas. I have made some wishes for Christmas. I have no idea whether I will get them. And that is the interesting part, the beauty of Christmas. You can wish for anything and everything, and then if you're lucky, you get some of it. I don't really have many Christmas wishes or Christmas gift wishes. What's the right word? Christmas? I don't have a lot of wishes for Christmas presents. I have some, but not a ton. But, yes, puzzles are part of it. Because why not? I like puzzles. At least if I can figure them out. That's its own little thing, clearly. And I sorted this puzzle. I think I did a good job sorting this puzzle. Though, apparently fall is the hardest season. Because I put them in 2 plastic bags. And I thought I had spring and fall in one bag and summer and winter in one bag. So it was separated here. I was wrong. I had separated them that way. So I had spring and summer in one bag. And I did those so quick that I was like, you know what? There's actually time for me. Time enough for me. Before my parents come home that I can do fall and winter. So, that's what I'm doing. And I did a good job sorting. So the puzzling is going a lot faster. I'm very happy with that. Sometimes. Yes, I'm happy that it goes faster and that I can do it and actually do all of it and not just have to kind of stop midway. I hate stopping puzzles midway, so if I don't know that I'll have time to finish all of it, I might not do it at all. Which is kind of really annoying. I hate taking puzzles apart when they're halfway. It's what's the point of that? I want to finish it. And this was easier yesterday. I don't know why. But which is kind of weird because yesterday I was doing this and basically, not the dark, obviously, I was having the ceiling lights on, but there were, how do I put this? It was less light because now there are at least some daylight. But the pieces still have a definite glare, so that's the thing. Ooh, cool. So yeah, I'm still looking for a house. How have you been lately? Oh man, I really hope I find it soon, because I'm going nuts here. But, you know, it's part of it. Hope not, but why is this so hard today? Maybe I did too much yesterday. I mean, I did all of the rest just last night, and it went pretty quick compared to how it sometimes has not gone very quick, so to speak. But I think it's because I sorted so well. I like sorted out the edge pieces, and also in a way it was a 1,000-piece puzzle, kind of. Not actually, but it felt like it, so I'm counting it as that. But yeah, and it's also very unusual for me to not like do the edge first, so this feels slightly weird, but also totally fine. Does that make sense to you? Do you get it? I don't know. I hope you do. But I sorted like the edge pieces, and then there is a border that is basically cutting it in 4 quarters. So I sorted out that, and I sorted like the sky, at least for those two, and the house and the roof and what was clearly spring, like all the pink. And for these two, I sorted basically edges, the border that cuts them in half, and then inside the house got an old little pile because that was really hard to deduce whether it was fall or winter. But when I came to like all the blue and the white, that was winter, and then all the fall was here. So in that sense, it was a fairly easy sort. I mean, sorting pieces always takes a bit of time, but it was still fairly easy to do the actual sorting. I'm clearly struggling a bit more with putting it together here, but you know, win some, you lose some, I guess. Yeah. But I am, confused. But yeah, the sorting really helped with making this go a lot quicker than what it has done before. And then, yeah, sure, of course, I have done it before, and if you've done a puzzle before, it generally, in my experience at least, it generally goes quicker the next time you do it because you already know a lot of, like, you know how to sort it better, and you know how to, what words am I looking for? I don't know. But you know, it's easier to sort in general because, you know, you already have all the sorting knowledge. That sounded weird. Do you get what I mean? I mean, you've tried it before, so you know it in a way. You know, I clearly don't know everything, but but you know a lot of words, you know? They're not easy all the time. But when you have done a puzzle before, you know a lot of it because you have done it before. And it makes it easier to do it again. At least that's my experience. That's my take on it. Okay. So I really enjoy that. And then the sorting made this easier, but clearly not right now. Probably also because I'm talking. I will admit. Someone said that I was pretty good at doing a puzzle and talking at the same time, and thank you, but also, since I didn't talk yesterday when doing the puzzle, it was easier, I have to say. It was faster. It was actually a lot faster doing the puzzle yesterday compared to how I'm like all over today. Which is, I mean, I hadn't thought about it, but now that I'm thinking about it, and I was like, oh, but it kind of makes sense. Because I'm easily distracted. And I have a tendency to kind of self-distract or self-destruct at times. And the whole thing about like doing two things at once, yeah, it's not necessarily that easy. Just saying, it's not always that easy. So, doing a puzzle and talking at the same time, I'm starting to get now that, yeah, sometimes that is pretty cool. Because it's not as easy as I have kind of made it out to be. I thought it was easy, but I just had gotten used to talking while filming. And then yesterday I didn't, and then I was like, oh, but it goes so much faster when I don't talk. And you'd cut me off. And I don't know when you cut me off. But yeah, that always makes it a little hard. But you know this. I find it annoying when you cut me off, but I don't know what to do about it except trying to pay attention, which is easier than it sounds. Easier than it sounds. At least in my opinion. There you go. Why don't you... Okay. We can figure this out. I was talking about, and also, as I said, I don't know how much you heard, but I realized that oh, that one. I realized that when I film, when I do a puzzle and don't talk to you guys, it does go a lot faster. Which is interesting. Am I going to stop talking to you? Nope. That is not happening. And if you thought that would be happening, then you can't have watched me much. I love talking. It's part of who I am, I think. So, yeah, it's so much faster doing a puzzle when I don't talk, but I like this. I'm not gonna stop. So, oh, that is so wrong. There we go. Why don't you go? Oh, that's why. Okay. So, where was I going with this? I feel like I should know that. But, yeah, I've been looking for houses. Haven't found anything. So I'm still looking. So I'm really hoping that one day, very, very soon, you will get to see me say hello from a new place. But, you know, also, even if I do find a new place, you probably won't see it very soon because, you know, even if we get somewhere, it takes time, usually. Not that I have to make it all nice and all before I show you, because why? It's more so that hold on, I have to check on the oven. Alright, but even if I buy someplace, the likelihood of taking ownership immediately is not really there, because that's not how it works. Generally, that's not how it works. You buy a place and then you kind of, I mean, when I sold my house, apologies. When I sold my house, it took, God, how long did it take? 2 months from, where does this one go? Oh, no. Ah, okay. It took 2 months from it was sold until new owners took ownership. And that is, I'd say, pretty common, that it takes that long. And it, when I bought my place, the takeover was like 3.5 months after I'm very distracted by the puzzle right now. After I took over, after I bought my house, it took me 3.5 months before I took ownership. So, you know, just because I buy someplace doesn't mean I'll get to take ownership immediately. That's not how it works. Or I should say, that's not how it works here. I'm sure it works in plenty of different ways other places, but that's not how it works here. Usually, you can basically, how do I put this? You can basically request a kind of takeover time or takeover date when you put in your bid, your offer on a house. But ultimately, it's the seller that kind of decides when new owners get to take over. Which, in a way, is very understandable. I mean, the ones selling need to be able to have time enough to get out of the house. So, where do you go? Where do you go? Ooh. So, yeah. Apologies. I'm apparently coughing a lot today. Not really a lot, but a little. It's very dry in this house because we, have the fire going pretty much all the time because it's cold outside. And then it gets dry inside, and my poor hair, my hair is so electric these days. So yeah, random tangent. If you know how to make electric hair because it's dry inside and cold outside, if you know how to make electric hair not go away, not like take everything off, but like make it less electric, I would love your suggestion, because I basically shock myself all the time these days because I'm so electric because of the hair. Anyway, back to house and like takeover. Even if I buy a house, it's mostly up to the seller to basically decide when they want to get out. And that is agreed upon when kind of you have the highest bid and they say, yeah, sure, you can buy it. And then they state a date, basically. It's like, we will be out of the house at that date. If that is acceptable for you, then you can have it from that date. So even if I find a place and even if I find a place and then place a bid and get the highest bid so I get to buy it, it's still kind of up to the owners of the house at that time to decide when to let me take ownership, basically. And I could always say that now that time don't work for me, but then I don't get the house, so that's gonna be a thing. But it's like whenever is fine as long as I'm getting out of here. Oh, that sounded a little bad, but just because, sometimes the truth is not always pretty. I really want to get out of here. That is the truth. So, I'm hoping to find a place, but my hopes have been dashed many, many times now, so I'm not saying that I'm losing hope, but it's definitely occasionally harder to keep hope going. So that's the thing, but even if I buy a place, I might not be able to take ownership right away, but I will. When I buy a place, I will tell you guys, and I will be so excited. And I'm already excited for a house that I haven't even found yet, so that's how you can tell that I'm so ready for this. Finding a place. Yeah, so ready. And this is, as I said, taking longer than I thought it would. I was doing so fast yesterday. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a short and sweet video today. And yeah, no, not, I guess. But I am doing it this way for a reason, and that is to avoid border crisis. And since I have had a border crisis on this puzzle, this was kind of a great way to do it a different way. And it also proved to me that when I don't talk, doing the puzzle is so much faster. And if I sort well, it also goes so much faster. I mean, ridiculously much faster, but mostly to do with the talking or lack of talking made it go faster. So I'm thinking maybe you would like some music. Do you like when I show music? Wow. Okay, let's try that again. Do you like it when I play you guys music? Let me know down in the comment section. I would like to know. Would I always kind of be mindful of it? Not necessarily. I mean, my channel, my rules, I decide. But you can always come with input or give me some input. That is appreciated, though not always kind of. Well, it's appreciated, it's cared about, but it doesn't automatically mean that you get to have your way. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give you some music. And I will get back to talking to you. And apparently a little bit longer than what I thought. Because as I said, I thought this would go faster. So, play music, I guess. And not the music that my neighbor was playing, but let's play some YouTube approved music from their audio library, because that makes it easier for me. border this fast this time, especially compared to last time. It's actually quite simple. I'm not saying that it goes like super fast. I am not, nor will I ever be, a speed puzzler. But part of the reason it's going faster this time is simply because I obviously also have done the puzzle before, but trying to do just this border, yeah, that felt pretty much impossible. But doing it the way I'm currently doing it, I have all the pieces and everything is set out except, the border or the edge pieces. So I don't have, I could just look at what is left. Like what is the most, and yeah, maybe that's obvious to some people. And I usually start with the edge, so for me this was like, I can do it another way. And the answer is yes, you don't have to start with the edge when you do a puzzle. And it is easier, although this puzzle do not have a lot of false fits. When you're doing, or at least when I was doing, only the border or only the edge, it felt impossible. Because it's just everything is the exact same all the time. And when I do it this way, everything else is already in place. And look at that, I'm already done. And I think the reason I managed to do it this quick, I didn't talk much because I didn't film much. And also I did a really good job of sorting. And a part of me is like, what? I did this in basically one day. So I did like half the day yesterday, and it's just past 1 now. So yeah, I did a 2,000 piece puzzle in basically 1 day. And I contribute that to not talking and doing a really good job of sorting and not struggling with only the edge in the beginning. Just started with pieces that I knew would fit together, like the roofs, the chimneys, the houses, the different rooms, the pink flowers in the spring, the reindeer and the Santa at Christmas or at winter. It made it so much easier. First of all, I'd already done it before, and I didn't start with the edge, and I did do a lot of sorting. So yeah, I'm already done with the puzzle. Not the finding of the house, not writing of the paper that I should have for school, but it's not due until Thursday. So fingers crossed that I can write a good enough paper for it to be approved so I can have my exam. And hopefully that goes well too. And I think even though I put like spring and summer together and fall and winter, I think when I take this apart now, I'm gonna, instead of cutting it here, I'm gonna cut it here. Because I more times than not have kind of this space available instead of this space available. Because I don't always have something so wide, but something so tall, sure. And yeah, I know I could sit in a different way, but I wouldn't be able to fit it like this way on this table. Anyway, I finished a puzzle. Yay! I haven't found a house. Boo! I haven't written my paper. Boo! I'm currently home alone. And I'm keeping the fire warm, keeping the fire going so I keep warm. Absolute yay! I hope you're having a nice day and spread some joy. Be a kind person. I try to be, which why I'm mostly alone, so I don't have to deal with other people. Kidding, not really. I'm an introvert, okay? I like my alone time. I like my puzzle time. I like talking to you guys time. That last one sounded weird. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful day. You enjoy a puzzle, And yeah, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!